Are you gonna do anything about it? So now I've got
You're like,
this.
yep, I can. Yeah, I see it. It looks pretty
So
cool, actually. I was
you could
wondering
put
how you
pictures
did
of your
that.
flowers up.
I know, I could, for
I
sure.
can't hear you.
I didn't change anything. Can you hear me now? No?
Sound off?
Catherine, I can hear you.
Now I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
pressed the wrong button.
Oh, you
You're
know,
back.
that's usually what happens with me. It's user error.
Yeah. So
Good afternoon,
that
everyone.
was
How
one of
are
my
you?
discoveries.
Hey,
Hi.
Dawn.
Welcome,
Hi,
welcome.
Don.
Hey, Don.
Hope everybody's having a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Moving things around here so we can get to the photos. There we go. Oh, wow. First time this has ever happened. The same amount of photos this evening as we had this morning. Pretty cool.
Well, that's good. An even break.
Here we go. Right there. And we should be seeing everything here. Let's get this down here. All righty, let's take a look at our photographs. Takes me forever to get the thing lined up here so I can work. Sorry about that. All right, first one up is Ernesta. Is Ernesta here? All right, you know what we'll do is we'll come back to Ernesta. Please remind me that I need to come back. Jim Hill here.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing well.
You did a macro shot here. What is this? An apple or?
It's a rough-looking apple.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Is there behind the
I did it.
scenes?
You know, I did it just basically just with a scrim in front of the window.
Mm-hmm.
Natural sunlight.
And it's sitting on black something?
Well, it's sitting on kind of a tile. It's like an orange tile. I kind of darkened it up a little bit. You can kind of see it a little bit on the edge there, but I didn't darken it all the way.
Okay.
If I did it over again, I would have done it on a black tile.
That's a very, very nice photograph. I like it a lot.
Well, thank you.
It's striking. I think that I might clean up right there. Little things like that, like damage to the fruit. I might clean that up. Nothing out here. Look, well, maybe there, here, there. Maybe that little one there. But the rest of these things are the character of the apple. Those just look like, scrapes or dust or something like that. I'd take that off. Looks really, really good.
Well, thank you.
What lens?
It's a 90mm macro. It's a Sony.
Okay. Yeah. Well, macro shots are so much fun because, we get to see things we just haven't really seen before. It's a way of introducing a vision, a visual to us that is at once unrecognizable and yet instantly recognizable. I like it a lot.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, good use of big light, nice big soft highlight across the top. All right, David Thielen. David here? All right, got to come back to David. And I will, whether David shows up or not. Is Audie here?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Audie, let's look at your behind the scenes. Do you have one? Yes. Okay. All right. So this is what you shot. With
Mm-hmm.
okay, with the big light, you got a nice little highlight there, and we got this little guy right there. I don't know where that's coming from. Looking at
No, that's coming from the octabox.
Audie, this octabox
Yep.
needed to be here.
He's further forward.
Yeah, because at
Okay.
this distance, it's not a big light source
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in relationship to the subject. So if you had put that that octabox right up next to this, you'd like the shot would come out much better.
Okay,
Right
I'll
now,
try.
at this distance, it's just a light. Oh man, I
Mhm.
haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, actually, you saw one about 4 weeks ago. Yeah, this is
Did
that.
Did I make the same comment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. But they don't build them like that anymore.
That's for sure.
Mm. Folks, that's got to be 30 years old.
The technology is probably more like 40.
Yeah, yeah. The unit
Boy,
itself
they
might
sound
be 30.
impressive when a
but
capacitor
technology
goes.
is 40 to 50.
Mhm.
Kevin, do you recognize it?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
When a capacitor goes on that, it sounds like you're under fire.
Huh?
You do.
When one of the banks blows on it, it's impressive.
Hmm.
Yeah, very nice. Just Adi, I want you to do this as a rule of thumb. Put your
Mhm.
light as close to the subject as you can get it without it being in
Okay.
the picture, and then you move it back to taste. Because if it's really, really close, it may be too close. It may be too soft or too big or
Mhm.
wrapping too much. You
Yeah.
move it back to taste. But if you start it back here, you never know what could have happened in between that distance. So you go that close extreme
Okay.
and then back it up. All right, very good.
The one thing I know about that particular strobe is that it puts out an awful lot of light. So
Do you have another
yeah,
head?
because I had it on. Oh, I've got two heads. Yeah.
Okay, so what you do is you put it on the lowest setting and put another head here, and do what we used to do. Just put it in the other room, or occasionally at the studio, we'd stick it outside, and the cops would come by and ask us why the flash was going off. We just called it dumping a head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Okay,
if you
I
got
that.
this is a 400 watt second pack.
Actually, it's 200.
200. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
and
200
lowest
watt second pack. So with
pretty,
one of them in there
Mhm.
at full power, you got a rocker switch that's full in half, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So at full
Yeah.
power, that's 200 watt seconds. If you put another head in, it's 100 watt seconds each.
Mhm.
Then if you dump it to half power, you got 50 watt seconds each. So
Right.
50 watt seconds is great for this. You take the other one and just stick it in the other room. Yep.
Okay. I'll do that.
Wherever your family's watching TV, put it there, Stephen. Just
Will do.
a lot more fun. All right, good. Sheila Joy.
Hey.
Hi, Sheila. That's really pretty light you got going there.
I gave myself quite a challenge.
Now, this looks like strobe, softbox to me.
It's actually, the table is right next to my window. It's a north facing window, and I had a scrim on it, a shower curtain,
Okay.
translucent shower curtain, and filtered the light.
Very nice.
But I'll tell you what, I normally would shoot that's a white card. I normally would shoot this in studio lighting, totally controlled, because I can't even tell you how long it took me to figure out where all these lights were bouncing from and reflections were coming from. And
Yep.
but once I figured it out, as you can see, I think it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like a studio shot to me because of the shape of your light here and everything.
Yep.
Very clean, nice white card bounce from that side.
I learned all that from you.
It's a nice shot.
Thank
Nice
you.
shot.
You got a
And,
critique for me?
You're
what could I do better?
well, for one thing. Come on, thingy. For one thing, see the edge of this jar here. You got the
Yes.
light right here, right?
Yes.
See how it blends with the light from the one that's soft
Oh,
there?
okay.
Had you moved this one that way a little bit, then this dark cap and that white edge would come out into that little space there and just give us more of a dimension to it.
I still have this set up. I might
And
reshoot
just
it.
edge it that way, probably 1/4 of an inch max.
Okay.
Max. On this side, we're fine because you got this dark edge. It'll still be in front of that white stuff back there. You got a white line down this that's going to be hard to do anything with because that is that. So
Yeah.
not a problem there. And if you think about it, a white card back here out of camera range, right? We give
Okay.
you a little bit of edge on these guys right back there. And just because
try
you've got it here, you've already set it up there for a little bit of dimension. You get this, so this doesn't just fold off into the dark. Let's put a little bit of highlight back there.
I think I'll try it because, like I said, I left it set up. I really wanted to hear your feedback on how I could improve it. So
You just
that's
got little things to do. You're good.
awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
You'll
yep.
see my behind the scenes is my next shot. So
And
there's
you're
the
in
next.
you're on a tripod, right?
No, I
Oh,
handheld this.
you should be on a
First
tripod.
time in I can't even tell you how long that I handheld.
You should be on a tripod if you're shooting anything that has lettering on it.
I know.
Yeah.
And I did have my tripod there, but my space, I was clear up against the window and I couldn't get my tripod far enough away. So I went ahead and took it off the tripod and I'm literally in the window right here taking this picture.
Oh, okay.
So I could have moved the whole table a little bit, but then I'd be getting away from my window and I didn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm. So you just
So I was kind of out of space.
take a white piece of paper and paste it on your board right about there, and that'll give you that back edge.
Yeah, I will try that.
All righty. Very good.
Thank you.
Nicely done. You've been writing?
Yep.
Where do you go? Do you go up in the Sierras or do you go out towards Nevada? Or you're in Nevada. Never mind. You're
all directions because, you know, I'm in the Reno area. So we head south to Urington. We head over into California. We went over to, we go to Hallelujah Junction, which isn't that far, just a couple days ago. And just little short rides. It's been so nice.
Yeah. One ride that I thought would be fun would be to ride 50 the entire way.
It is really nice.
Yeah.
And you end up at a whole bunch of wineries if you're into that.
Yeah. You also can end up in Nevada with no gas stations. So you need to be real
Well, then there's that too.
real careful there. All right. This is Leisha.
Yes, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. Great to see you again.
Great to see you. So let's look at your behind the scenes. Okay. So you're using a big ring light behind a curtain?
Yes, I did.
Very nice. And the light is coming this way.
Yes.
Beautiful the way it lights up the purse and the highlights on the cloth. Look at that, how beautiful that is. This is exactly how you light a purse commercial. Exactly. Looks like you got a white card over here somewhere to bounce some light into that.
I did. There's a reflector. The other picture has it. The behind the scene, you can see it.
Yeah, this is really, really nice. Really nice. It's real clean in here. When you're trying to show something like leather, you've got to get a big highlight on it because it will just look kind of icky if you don't. this isn't shiny leather. This is a sort of like a little bit of a texture to it, little diffused
Got
leather,
a
right?
matte finish.
Matte
but
finish,
it's
yeah.
little tiny shiny, but it's more, most of it's matte.
Yeah, yeah, very nice. If you have a glossy one, stick it in the same, if real shiny patent leather, stick it in the same light and you'll see that big giant highlight over the front. That'd be really, really nice. This looks great, Leisha. It's exactly within the realm of commercial photography. Some of the critiques would be that's a no-no there.
Oh.
And then having the zipper collapse down in here, that's what real purses do. That's not what advertising purses do. Advertising purses are always perfect. So you may have to stuff it with something, to keep that up as it goes away.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Big kudos to you for your working with the scarf. The only place that there's a problem is right there. Kinks and scarves against the little kinks are never allowed. You've got to smooth those out.
Okay.
It's like doing food photography. It might take 30 minutes to get the food set up and an hour to get the napkin to look right. I mean, it's just,
Right.
anytime you're dealing with any kind of cloth, it can kink. Tabletop photography, one thing
So
you need.
that little king needs to look like the very smooth.
Exactly. It can be a little curve, but it's got to be a smooth curve, not the kink. Because what happens with the kink is, as you can see, it catches your eye. Our eye
Yes, it
sees it
does.
because it becomes a sharp point in the middle of all this flowing stuff. You got a little one here.
So I have
Not bad.
these 3 kings.
Yeah, you got one down here. But
Right.
everything else, I don't see any of them anywhere else. That's fine. That's not really a kink in there. That's fine. So, just a little bit of work in there. Now, the question is, well, gee, Don, how do you get rid of them? I mean, fill them with, newspaper or something? Yeah, pretty much. Fill them with newspaper, toilet paper, whatever you got. You take little rolls and you'll stick it down in there. These things are terribly tough. If you're doing tabletop, you should have one of those little steamers, a little handheld
Right.
steamer. They come in great for lots of things, but definitely, hit it with a little steam and it'll fall out generally.
I don't know what your skills in Photoshop is, but you should be able to
Yeah.
take that into Photoshop and push that out just a little bit, since that's your biggest kink.
Yeah, and
And then you don't have to reshoot it.
And this one here, I just cropped that one out.
That's right.
Yeah, I just cropped that one right to there.
Right.
And be done with it.
Yeah.
So just fix this one.
And fix that one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, absolutely. I will
Yep.
do it.
Yep, very good.
Yes.
What lens?
50.
50, okay.
56 actually.
Very good. Very good.
Thank
One
you
last thing.
much.
If you're not going to crop, oh, never mind. What was I talking about? You're fine.
Well, I think
you cropped it. I was going to say, if you're not
thought
going to
that
crop it,
was-
don't crop it. Then I looked over here and went, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you've cropped stuff all the way through here, so you're fine. Never
I
mind.
did thought of, he's gonna say crop, but I did crop the corner of the magazine. I cropped the part of the scarf.
Yeah, you're fine.
And so yes.
Yeah, good job. Really good job.
Thank you so much. And these are the behind.
Okay, and there's your, yeah, really nice. Now that ring light's not a flash, right? That's just a
No,
continuous
just
light.
a fluorescent ring.
Continuous light.
Yes.
Very nice. Well thought out.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, it took me forever to shoot it.
Yeah.
Forever.
did.
I mean, it takes me normally a whole week of shooting until something pop-ups. The last day when I am in panic mode, as I don't have an image, and then is when suddenly things happen after a week of shooting.
That's a style of working I'm very well familiar with.
Yes. Thank you,
Um,
Dan.
You bet. Leonardo.
Hey, Don.
Hi, Leonardo. I like
Good
this.
afternoon.
Like this picture a lot, a lot.
Thanks, Don.
Really beautiful use of a big soft light. Great shadow detail all the way through this picture. Just the way the light comes in here, and then it just softly, look at the transition. The size of the transition to the shadow is just huge. Even on the, are these grapes? Is that what those are?
No, those are eggs. It's a wreath made out of empty birds' eggs.
Oh, for a moment there, I thought spiders, and I was moving on to the next shot. Yeah, but the transition, big and soft transition, so it's a very large light.
Yeah, that's the window.
In relationship to this, and your we talk a lot about production detail, production quality. It's something I think is the number one thing that a photographer must have to set themselves off from other photographers is production quality. You've pulled this purple against this sort of yellowy orange. This is a great color combination. It's really, really an awesome color combination. And so not only does the light help your subject stand out, but the color does as well. The purple pulls forward from the oranges and the deep earth tones back here. I like it a lot. Good job. Good job. Let's look at your behind the scene.
It was when I shot it, was the sun was coming in. There was no sun when I shot the photograph, of course. It's obvious.
Yeah. And you're shooting dark field lighting. So what are you using back here for?
Oh, that's a window. That's a big window.
Okay, so you're using.
That's against the window.
Your dark field lighting is window light.
Yes.
Okay, got it. And this is direct sun, so the sun had moved on past coming in the window.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Very nice. How long did it take you to do this?
It was actually was a spur of the moment. Just the idea come up. I was I would say a couple of hours, an hour, 2 hours.
A spur of the moment idea to build a nest out of eggs.
Well, there was, the wreath is already built in.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say it would be a little odd, Leonardo.
No. That's I have so many props in my house. It's not even funny.
All right.
But the important part here is the post-processing.
Uh-huh.
So I learned from you a few things. One is Nick software. The EFX, the color, the diffuse filter I use first.
Yeah, okay.
First I use the diffuse filter. Then in Photoshop, I used infinite color that you recommended. It's a filter for color correction.
No, it's not color correction, it's color grading.
Color grading,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, because Leonardo, it does anything but color correct.
Sorry. Color grading. I used infinite color, and I used two different settings. I did some masking. Some parts were fun, some I didn't. So I choose two different profiles and mask it. I masked the mask. Sorry, that's
yes.
Playing with pawns, but so the post-processing what got me really excited.
And once you do that in infinite color, you can actually save that recipe.
That's true. Yes, I have it.
Yeah, good. Because that's, if you were doing more than one shot, the problem with infinite color is you got to click through it 100,000 times to find the same one you used before. So always remember, if you find one you like, save it.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right. I think I have it still on Photoshop. Yeah.
Good. Really nice, man. Really nice.
Thanks.
All right. R.E. Klaus. Who is R.E.? We will come back to R.E. as well. Virginia Long?
Yeah, hi, Don.
Hi.
How are
Why
you?
didn't you put the tall one in?
Well, I wasn't. This is the trouble I have. I never know which one to put in, and
Right. Well,
so yeah.
I'm sitting on the couch last night with the wife, and I'm scrolling through Facebook, and she's banging on me, go, "Oh, look at this one! Oh, look at this one!" And she just absolutely loved your tall one.
Well, you could always do that one instead.
Yeah. Well, this is really lovely too. So I'm sure she would like that. What is that thing that you have that you're photographing there?
Okay, the plant is called a Strelitzia plant, and it's a dried leaf, and its common name is a bird of paradise plant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting because we have bird of paradise here right outside my window, and it doesn't look anything like this. It's not this type of plant at all. So that's very cool.
Is it quite large? Does it have big leaves?
It's billions of leaves. It's a bush, really, and it gets a tall red and yellow flower on it.
Yeah, that sounds like it. It looks like a bird of paradise when it's flowering, and then the leaves. Yeah, we dry.
This is a much thicker leaf structure.
There's the Mexican bird of paradise, which is what you have and which I have. And then there's the bird of paradise that sort of opens up.
Yeah, like a orchid or
pod.
something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the ones,
that opens
they
up.
grow like irises.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
all
so-
over in Hawaii.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Florida
have the
and
Mexican
California.
bird of paradise. That's what we have here. Man, those things grow fast. Woo!
I keep a lot of these leaves and dry them because
They're very
have
cool. It's a very, very cool piece. And your light is window, or is this your strobe?
No, it's actually a big light that a home built light that I've got. I've got the behind the scenes there.
We've created a monster. We've created a monster. Virginia shot all natural light for 3/4 of a year, and then she got a strobe.
I hate natural light. I hardly ever use it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just,
of course. You're the one with the giant multi-windowed studio that most natural light photographers would probably cause bodily harm to you to take it from you, and you're shooting strobe. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
much easier to control.
Yes. Oh yes. Well, in your particular studio, you got a lot of light. That's really hard to control.
Yeah, yeah, too much light.
I agree, Virginia. That's why I was challenging myself with natural light, trying to produce a commercial quality picture, and it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Now, did I tell this group about natural light food? Have we gone over that?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a little insight. Art directors, well, before this crap that we're going through all over the world came along, art directors were looking for strobe lit food and shying away from natural light food if they could find a strobe food photographer to do it. The reason is obvious. There's 11 billion natural light food shooters. And after a while, it all starts to look the same.
Yeah.
Because the light isn't changing. You can style it in 100 different ways and get a nice, a nice new image and something that's really fresh. But bottom line, the shadows look the same, highlights look the same, everything looks the same. And they're starting to look at strobe lit photography. So those of you who are shooting food, think real hard about that. I'm not telling you to not shoot natural light. Not even hinting at that. I'm just saying be aware that there's a place for strobe now in food photography, because from 2005 through 2019, it was natural light. Natural light was winning everything for food. And now, of course, just like everything flips, right?
Yeah. It'll cycle.
Yeah. And I'm fine with that, except for bell bottoms. Not doing it.
Oh.
Not doing it. David Thielen is here. Let's go back to David.
So, Don,
Yes.
So back to that image. Is there something I should have done differently
No,
or better?
beautiful.
Oh,
I got nothing for you here.
oh.
No, this is beautiful.
I should have put.
If you
should
want to
have
get
put the
real,
other one in.
if you want to get real picky, I might bring this background up a little bit here,
Yeah.
so we get a little more separation here. But it's just a lovely shot. It's just perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Cool.
lovely shot.
Thanks, Don.
Yeah. I'm not sure how you made that big long leaf come into 3 circles, but that.
I had to go back and do my behind the
I
scenes shot
see.
the next day.
I see. I see. All right. We're going to look at David Thielen's real quick because I just saw his name pop up here. David's is. Where is David's?
Top right.
All right. So you've got a big, what is this over here? This a softbox or a scrim? I don't think there's a behind the scenes. So.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's working on my little guy's laptop. So that is a 6 foot by 8 foot living room window.
Okay.
With
You're obviously very close to it because that's a very large highlight on these tomatoes.
Yep. Probably 3 feet.
Okay.
If that.
Okay. And little things in these photos. By the way, you did a good job picking out a bunch of tomatoes with good stem structures here. The green looks great, and not all dyed and wilted, etc. But sometimes little things really get me going. And I got to tell you, I love this right here, where a little bit of light peeks through the back here, and we get the shadowed side of the tomatoes. That just makes the shot. If you took this out, put your thumb over it here, the shot becomes flat and non-dimensional. The moment you see that, there's so much more to dimension to the shot. Really well done. Really well done. Now you got to go in with your clone stamp or your healing brush and get rid of all that crap there.
Yep.
Yep. All that's got to, this thing has to be absolutely perfect. Let's fix that tomato right there. Right there. Up there, we got to fix that. And I think your green looks pretty good. But just go ahead and make everything perfect on this and you'll have a much better shot. In fact, when you get rid of all these little nicks and things down here that you don't hardly even see, when you get rid of them and you put the shot up next to each other, it's like 100% better. 100%. It just changes everything because our eye sees all these imperfections and processes them as imperfections, and we don't want that to happen. All right, David, you there?
Yep.
All right, good. All right, my friend. Did we get, by any chance, did we get RE here? Is RE here yet? Or Ernesta? All right. Moving ahead. This is really fun here. McAllister?
Hey, Don.
What is going on, sir?
It's pasta. Pasta day.
Pasta day?
This is a pasta shell. You wouldn't realize there's so much texture on these things.
No, I would not have realized that at all. I must say I didn't realize it was pasta.
Yeah.
I thought it was like one of those honey things.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was wood.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool. Now is that like wheat pasta or some sort of vegan pasta or?
No, it's just pasta. we got in the cupboard. Yeah, just normal plain old.
Just plain old pasta, huh?
Supermarket brand pasta. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And you're shooting against the light.
Yeah, it's sort of.
Is this
like,
your source back here?
Not quite. It's a little bit more over to the right. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
To the right. Yeah. So it's coming in. And it's a big light source. The behind the scenes is actually in the comments just below those other.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
So
There
that's
you go.
that's my bubble wrap.
Are
with
you,
a-
did you focus stack this pasta here, or are we just right on the ridge?
No. I that was actually, it wasn't. I think that was probably about F16.
Okay. That's very nice. I really like it.
Just look at that angle that
You're
can see
you're gonna
a lot of
show
it in
this to
focus.
somebody, and they're gonna want to know what it is, and you're gonna tell them it's pasta, and they're just gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna blow their minds. Very cool.
Thank you. It was nice to be able to get that light just falling right across the pasta.
Yep. What camera and lens are you using for this, John?
That's my Canon 5D Mark III with a 100mm macro, nearly all the way in. Not quite as close as I can get, but not far off it.
Yeah, that 100. Do you have the L, or you have the regular 100?
I don't know if it's an L, but it's a 2.8.
The L has the red stripe.
No,
Yeah.
mine's an. I buy a lot of my lenses secondhand.
Yeah. I have the same one
I-
you have. I don't have the L.
Yeah, mine
And
doesn't have any of this.
The one that the lens I have that's like yours is so brutally sharp. I can't even imagine what the L would be, that it would be that much better. I mean, they're just brutally sharp lenses.
Yeah, and the autofocus doesn't work very well, so you just use it in manual all the time. Yeah, I imagine the L would be pretty good on autofocus.
It's big. It's twice. It's twice the size.
I don't need that. I'll take the little 100.
But when you're using it, John, other people look at you with adoration.
I don't need that either.
I kind of live on it, so I mean, it's I'm used to it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Here we go. Beautiful shot, Matt Emick.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey man, here you go. Here you go. This is good.
Thanks.
This is good. You have given us enough of this thing. We see it all the way through the shadow. We see it coming out in here. That's perfect. Your rice looks good. The highlight on the chopsticks is so important to the shot. And then this big, beautiful, soft shadow coming forward and a couple little pieces of chicken down here. It's really a well-designed shot.
Thanks.
Yeah. Very good. Make sure, check your info palette. Make sure this rice isn't too bright. You may have to bring that down a little bit.
All right.
Because we don't want to lose texture in the rice at all. What'd you do in post?
I put it through Pro Contrast and Nick. I did some Vivesa. I did some saturation.
Okay.
And I did a little bit of curves to let that where the chopsticks are against the background. I did a little bit of curves in there to bring them.
Okay. Well, double check your saturation. Make sure that it's not too much here.
Okay.
In the chicken. It really does look really good. I love the big highlight. This has got to be a big box over the top, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I forgot. I started tearing down before I forgot to take it behind the scenes before I tore down. So
a big box above and behind the food.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Yep, classic position. Yeah. Lenser.
It's 24 to 70. Lightroom said it was at 66 millimeters, so almost at the 70 range.
Yeah. Yeah, works good. This is really a great idea. I think you may have a book called Gary Perwheeler.
Yeah, I've got that book.
Yeah, you can't look at that book without being influenced.
No.
Really well. Super well made. Love it. Mr. Creighton.
Yes, sir.
So you couldn't get the whites to go.
I've got that. Yeah, there's the shot. My best attempt is in the comments there.
Okay. All right. Well, you're shooting speedlights in a 2x3 box. Do you have a Stofan on the speedlight?
Oh, which?
A Stofan?
Probably not, because I don't know what that
Okay.
is.
A Stofan is like the top of the speed light, right?
Uh-huh.
It's one of those little frosty things that goes on top of the speed light like that.
Nope. The speedlight I've got is a standard newer. It's a
Okay.
double bounce.
You're going to want to get a Stofan. When you put your speed light in a box, you've got a scrim up front, and you've got
Oh,
a
okay,
speed light back here.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, like a diffuser.
Yeah, diffuser, right.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you get a real hot spot right here. And none of this light hits the side of the softbox.
Right.
None of it hits the side of the softbox. When you put this on, the light spreads just like a Norman head.
Right.
The entire interior of the softbox lights up, and you don't get the hot spot. You'll get an even more even flow.
Right. Well, the box I've got, actually, the speed light in it is mounted reverse. It bounces into the back of it first, and then it comes out the front. It's not like a...
The Stofan will help there as well, because it'll spread it to the sides of the softbox as well.
Okay.
Now ask me the question. Well, Don, doesn't the Stofan kill light?
No, it does, but it's not enough to really worry about.
Well, it kills the stop.
Yep.
So you want to show me? Want me to show you how to get the stop back?
You screen.
All right. What?
Duplicate layer and then screen.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get it back on the flash. All your flashes have wide angle, normal, and telephoto.
Right.
Every one that I ever tested, when you put it on wide angle, all the way back to wide angle, -1 stop. Normal, that's where we set it to do our tests. That's normal. When you put it on telephoto, guess what? That's right, you get +1 stop. Because it's forcing all that light into a narrower beam.
Right.
But that doesn't matter to us, because we're going to go through a little diffuser. The diffuser becomes a light. So if you want to use it in your umbrella or softbox, etc., you put the little diffuser on the top, take your strobe, put it out to telephoto, you're getting one more stop of power hitting the diffuser, so it basically takes it back to normal.
Okay.
That way you don't have to like artificially do it either in Photoshop, or if you're paranoid about ISOs, which I still am. If I have my ISO higher than 800, I get all winky. I mean, I'm like,
If I could just see, if I have mine higher than 400, I start to.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous about it.
What can I say?
Nervous
I was
at
raised
800,
on.
but
Yeah.
and I get real nervous about it. And I see others. I see some of these newer cameras shooting at ISO 3200, and I'm very envious. That's very nice. But if I have to shoot at 3200, I'd rather be asleep. So. Really nice, nice big light. Let's look at your. Do we have behind the scenes, Kevin?
I don't. I broke the set before I and moved on to some painting.
So you've got a big softbox back
on the left
here.
side. Yeah, actually, the biggest softbox is on the left, camera left.
Camera left. Okay, so there's the big softbox from here.
Right.
And you've got a little one. The smaller one is up top, giving you that little highlight here and throwing these shadows forward.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, I saw, some of the pictures from last week had some really good stories being told on that. And I liked my shot. It was a good shot, but it didn't really say anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to really play around with some more storytelling in my shot this week.
And what you're saying here is if you keep the eggs too long past pull date, they come out all fuzzy.
Yeah. All I can say is your balut is a little bit overdone. That's all.
I see. All right. Well, little fuzzy chicken. Is that a peep?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh my. Good color. You're a little on the blue side, but I think you wanted that because of the yellow. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Your eggs look pretty clean.
Sorry, pardon?
Your eggs look pretty clean. Back in art school, man, the #1 most dreaded assignment was, it was the second most dreaded assignment, but the dreaded assignment was shooting the white egg on the white background. Man, oh man. Hard to do. You got to nail it. You did a pretty good job here.
Thanks.
Yep.
If I had to do it again, I'd pick an egg cup that wasn't branded like that. But your choices are really short right now, in a world with no retail.
Yeah. Yeah. Very well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Good. How far behind your shot here? How far before the paper sweeps up?
Like how much background do I have?
Yeah.
About 6 inches or so.
Okay, then the paper sweeps up. Does it sweep up like this?
No.
It sweeps up like this?
Yep.
All right, good. Keep it clean. Very good. Oh, I didn't ask you what lens. What lens are you using?
My 18 to 70 kit lens.
Okay, at 70?
Like 42-ish. No, at 70. Take that back. At 70, yeah.
At 70? Okay, did you, you got to be at like 16, right?
F20.
Oh, F20. All right, cool. I didn't know that lens had an F20.
Yeah, I'm not skillful enough to do the focus stacking thing yet.
Oh, well, F20 works really well. Mr. Valdez.
Hello, Tom. How are you?
This is cool, dude.
Thank you.
This is really cool.
This is my food reserve for the quarantine.
This is what Umberto is eating now.
Yes.
Not the stuff that was in the cans. No, he's actually eating the cans. This is a food shot for Umberto.
Yes.
It's getting bad over there, and he's looking at the pop top going, ooh, a snack. Yeah, that's really, really fun and clean, man. That's really cool. This one is not as bright, but that's the tin, right?
You see 3 of them are not as shiny as the other ones. That's a different brand.
Yeah. This is a really cool shot. I'd put this in your portfolio like in a heartbeat.
Wow,
Done.
thank you very much.
Done. It's just, it's cool. It's really,
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Thank you.
I'd probably even make these areas down here. I think I'd even make them a little bit darker so we don't see the Campbells or just the tops, just these tops. This is just a fun thing. And you did everything right. We got cropped image here. We got cropped image here. We got cropped image down here, all the way through. We've cropped it. You feel like you're right down on top of it. And it's a shot that I just have that feeling I've never seen it before. I may have, but it looks really fresh and cool. Umberto, how many shots did you do of it?
I took like 6 shots.
6 shots. I'd get in there and move those cans around and shoot another 50, 60 shots. Just move the cans around and try that. Move it over here and try that. Okay? Because where I'm happy with this, we got kind of a space here, you keep moving around, you're going to find it where that space, you're still going to want a space, we're going to find the space becomes kind of serpentine and works really well. However, if this is what you got, this is a good shot. All right?
Okay.
The old question, could I make it better? Yeah, we can always make it better. How much time you got, So,
you don't know how dirty the cans are until you take a photo. I clean them before the photo. I clean them in post-production, and you can still see a lot of little spots.
Yeah, you got a few scratches right here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Best way to clean these up, right in here. I think that's, hold on, let me find out, is that, I don't want to circle stuff that's actually crap on my screen. Let's see here. Yeah. One way to clean it up is to use frequency separation. Now, these little tiny scratches like in here, they'll just clean right up with frequency separation.
Okay, I will try that.
If you search YouTube for frequency separation product, you're going to find one video, and it says with action, okay?
Okay.
And it will, he actually is giving away the action to make the frequency separation layers. So you push that, it makes all the layers, and then you just have to fill in the gaps. But it does a really good job doing what it needs to do. And it makes it faster, because I can never remember the order of the making the
I will
layers.
search that video.
Yeah, very good. This is a great shot. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Don.
Very, very cool. All right, this is Gray Gibbs. That's a really cool old shot, man. Old camera. Gray here. Well, it's getting late. I'm going to go ahead and review it. Really nicely done. One thing that I really like what you did, Gray, is you got the light back here, man, on the surface. And so the camera sits in front of that little pool of light. This is beautiful through here. Really, really nice. Here's the shot over here. It's got to be a big softbox up there somehow. Further, handheld sheet of paper in front of a strip box. Okay, because this looks great in here. That's just a cool shot. When I saw that, I thought, I want to pull out some of my old cameras and shoot them. Mine aren't as beat up as that, and the beat up part is what makes this such a cool shot. Good composition, fill the frame, but keeping that light behind the shadowy side of the camera and let it be dark against the lit part of the camera. Really well thought out. Great job. Catherine.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yes, big, soft light with very minimal shadow, very minimal edge light to it. It's very soft. I think you could use a tad of contrast.
Okay.
Just a little bit on the contrast slider. I would prefer you do channels. Are you familiar with channels?
Not really. I've not used them. I mean,
How about levels?
I think they have that. Is that where you do the certain colors at a time?
No, that's channels. Levels is the one where you got the little slider and it shows you your histogram.
Okay.
Okay. I would say that you probably wouldn't have to use the black slider because that would enhance your shadow. Black slider is going to be fine where it is. Use the middle one just a little bit. All right. If we're finished in time, Catherine will pull it up in Photoshop and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Its composition is great. Really, really pretty. Is it pink paper that you're sitting on?
No, but I'm glad you brought that up because I had to do some work in Lightroom because it came out really pink. Like the next shot shows my behind the scenes, but it was pink. I'm not sure where it came from. It was surrounded by white.
Check your.
It was daylight.
You're using the strobe, right? You're using the strobe?
Not strobe. I use a continuous 100% power, and I had it on about 4,000 for sort of daylight. I felt like if I try to turn it up higher, it was getting too blue.
Okay.
But it's interesting.
Why are you not using the strobe?
I don't know, because I'm more comfortable with the continuous.
Well, I would get the shot set up with continuous and then turn it over to the strobe.
Okay.
Because it'll be a little bit sharper, a little bit poppier. Okay. But I like the idea of using the continuous to set the light, set the shot up. Way better than a modeling light because we're actually getting the light source. Getting it set and then flipping it over to the flash just to set that down, that single color balance coming from your flash, where this guy's got a whole lot of colors that you can mix in there. Just looking at this, we will, no matter when we finish, we're going to pull this into Photoshop and I'll show you how to get that white back. Okay.
Okay, great.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes, very nice. Very nice. Terry McDermott has, look at this. This is beautiful, Terry.
Hi there, Don.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Is this
Good.
wearing you out too much with 2 in a day?
Nah, You can. I love it. I look forward to it.
I know it's exciting.
Kevin, are you still there?
I am still here.
Kevin, did you assist me on that silver catalog, the silver?
No, I don't think that was me.
I can't remember who that was. We had to shoot 1,000 silver things for writers. What do you call them? Western writers to do show horses.
Oh,
This
yeah.
guy made silver things like this. We had to shoot 1,000 of them. There was 1,000 pieces. And we'd have to set them up in shots like this where there'd be multiple pieces.
Yeah, that must have driven you nuts.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And we had to do 8x10 Polaroid of it just to make sure everything hadn't moved while we were carefully lining things up.
Oh, I know.
Terrible.
These were impossible to keep straight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a real, I like what you did here a lot, where you showed us the front of the belt and then you twisted this one back here so you could show us the detail in the back of the belt.
Yes.
Very clever, very nicely done.
Thank
The brown leather here looks so pretty with that big soft highlight on it. We
Yep.
can see your big light being reflected right in the conchas here.
Yep.
Really, really pretty. So there's your setup. Where's your light there? Oh, I see. I
It's
gotta
behind
scroll down.
me. It's behind me. The big sliding door looks east.
Oh, you're using natural light for this?
Yep.
Okay.
So when I'm looking at it there behind me is a big sliding door.
Okay.
And it was late afternoon, so there was just bright light.
Okay. So you're shooting across. These things are standing up and the light's behind you.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically it's top lighting. You're just
Yeah.
doing it from the
Yep.
side.
Yep.
Yep.
And I actually probably should have had somehow a little reflector to get the bottom of the conchas there. Where
Yes,
they're
you
gonna
should have.
go.
Yes, you should have had a white board down here. And
Yep.
since it's digital, it's digital, it doesn't really matter if it comes into the picture. It's black. You can just take it out.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But yeah, that would have really opened up here and here and
Yeah.
here and over here. Maybe even a white card on the side coming out like this.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
The
just to
leather,
catch
yep.
these over here. Yep.
Cool.
And
It's
same
actually,
thing on this side.
yeah. And I tried turning the very bottom concha on the right. I wanted to turn it backwards to show that it's a pillow concha. It's not flat, it's pillow. It's a very old, very expensive concha. I got it in Flagstaff in an old pawn shop place.
Neat.
And the beaded one I've had for 40 years, and it was very old when it was given to me. And so that's why I wanted to show the back. And the friend that gave it to me is an amazing leather worker, and he made this beautiful belt to tie it with.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to show how they all fit, but I couldn't get the concha to turn. I wanted to have one sideways so we could see the depth of the pillows. And then I wanted to see that the back was solid too, but that was too complicated for this.
And what is this, like black felt or something that you've got?
It's black velvet.
Velvet, okay.
Yeah, it's actually a big big velvet coat that has enough material that I can drape it around things and stuff. So
shooting the conchas, one of the things you have to be very careful of. We want to put a white card over here and get rid of this. We want to get one down here, and we want to get over, and all that's really good until we wipe out all of the black, the negative reaction,
Yep.
the negative reflection.
Yeah.
We wipe it all out and say, oh, we got rid of all the shadows. It's not shadows, it's reflection. When we do that, you won't be able to tell the difference between a silver conch and a white painted conch.
Oh.
Because we need to see this black reflection to know that it's silver.
Yes. And I was hoping it would kind of show a little bit of the roundedness of it too, the forward
And it does.
back.
It does. And I think a white card down here would not be nearly as bright as your main light.
No, it wouldn't.
So it's not going to like wipe it out, but it
Cool.
would give you a little bit more definition there.
Okay. Thank you very much. I was afraid I'd failed the soft light still life.
Oh.
But I wanted to make a soft light on the silver because silver's like ridiculous to try to shoot. So.
Oh, God. Yes.
And then I made a little. I did make a little still life there at the bottom, with the little dolls.
Yeah, very nice. What was your lens on this?
I'm at 50 millimeters, and I think it might have been my 28-105
Okay.
because I changed over to a different lens, but I think this was with my 28-105.
28-105, is that a Nikon lens?
Yes, yes, it is. It's an old film lens. And it has a macro.
Yeah, I was going to say that's an old lens.
It is. It's a wonderful
24 to
lens.
120.
Yeah.
Which is the replacement for that lens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used. There's a great Photoshop here you can rent, and so I rented this lens and a 24-120, and I did not like the 24-120. It had much more barrel and pin cushion, where this one is very straight. So
yeah, it has
I
way
went
too
with old school.
Yeah, it has way too much. The 28-105, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really
And it
nice.
has a macro button, so if you're for walkabout lens, it's perfect.
I didn't know that. It's
Yeah.
almost apochromatic, you know.
Apochromatic?
Yeah. From edge to edge, sharpness on focus is about this, almost perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, great lens.
Thank you very much.
Those of you who shoot Nikon, one of the greatest reasons in the world to shoot Nikon is the fact that you can go and pick up a lens from 1961 and it works on your camera.
Yes.
It
My
won't
17
focus, but
yeah, my 1735 is an amazing lens.
yeah,
Yeah, very straight.
really, really, really wonderful older lenses. If you ever come across a 43 to 86 Nikkor zoom,
ooh,
do not buy it. Oh God. Do not run screaming from the store saying no. That was the worst thing they ever made. That thing. It's terrible.
Oh no.
Chris Gray, are you out there, sir? No? All right. I see Gray just came in. Gray, we looked at your picture. It was really nice. Where's Gray's shot? This is really, really beautiful shot, man. Just love it.
Thank you. Yeah, the guy was trying to sell it to me as very expensive and that it was worth a lot. And I was telling him that no. He tried to convince me that it could be fixed, but
yeah. For about 30 grand, and you'll have a new one just like that. I bet you that shutter didn't even work. Really nice. I love how you put the little bit of light behind it there. Really, really clever. Well done. Well done. What did you shoot it with?
I had my 2470 on it. Probably around 50 or 60.
At about what? At 70?
Yeah, I was going to say 60, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Sharp, bright against the black. We got the shadow against the light. Everything hitting all the points there, sir.
Good. Thank you.
Yes. Chris Gray, are you out there? What happened? Why did this picture get small? This picture that big before? Okay, boom. That was weird. Chris Gray, no? All right, well, it's a nice shot, Chris. Some nice highlights now over here on the side. We can see your softbox right there in the guitar. Beautiful right through here. Looks good. We're losing the strings here. You got to be, when you're shooting a guitar, you got to be absolutely certain you're getting the strings. You cannot disappear the strings, and they're disappearing right there. You can go back in the Lightroom, see if you can pull them up just a little bit. We can't lose the strings on a guitar. It's one of the #1 things that makes shooting a guitar a challenge. Also losing the strings up in the frets. Sometimes you need a kicker light or something shiny for those strings to catch, but that's imperative that you get that. Otherwise, nice shot. The other thing, yeah, don't lose this edge here. Make sure we got a little bit of something. That little white card back there out of the picture for that corner to reflect would be good. Would be good. All right. And Mike Moore.
Hi, Don.
Hey, so you got this is an old filter set.
Yeah, I don't know how old, but it's pretty old.
Yeah, it is. What are these, sir?
I don't know. They were in the box, and so I thought maybe you could tell me, but you don't know either.
I can honestly say I have no idea what those are. I don't think they have anything to do with the filters. I think they are along for the ride. Somebody put their fishing lures or something in there.
Yeah, maybe.
I've never seen anything like that.
Okay.
Jay? Jay, you seen anything like this? Kevin?
I've never seen anything like that. No.
Not a clue.
Nah, I don't.
They're not fishing lures or something, but I don't have no idea what they are. I like you use them for a fishing lure, I suppose.
Yeah, you could, sinkers.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's some sort of, there's two of each here, and they have that spindle in there. I wonder if they're like extra spindles for a roll film back.
Oh, that could be because there was a spindle in the box too.
I'll bet you that's what they are. They're extra spindle holders for roll film back or something they've taken apart. If I went over and took my Bronica apart, which I'm not going to do, but I'll bet you there's something similar like that in the back to hold the film.
Got it.
I don't, I'm not saying that's what they are. I love the fact that your shallow depth of field brought that up nice and focused there over here, and these guys in focus as well. And then the angle of your lens, you let this come more into focus as well as the as this stuff here. Really cool.
Thank you.
Cool. What did you shoot this this shot with?
It was with my Canon 90 millimeter macro tilt shift.
Oh, did you tilt shift it?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you tilted it through here. That's why we're getting this up right in there.
Yep. Shot at f4.
Wow, nice. Is that a filter inside this?
Yes, it is. Filter, and there's little instructions underneath it. It's pretty cool.
Instructions for the filter. It says take filter out of box, screw it on lens.
Yeah.
Pretty much, okay. We bought an umbrella for the backyard. We got the base umbrella today.
Uh-huh.
It's got, the base is real heavy, and it's got one pipe that you screw into it.
Yeah.
4 sheets of instructions. Big pictures. Big pictures.
That's
I want to
great.
send it to IKEA and say, this is how you do it. Yeah, this is really nice. Backlight?
Overhead, actually, to the
Really?
left. Mm-hmm. Big 3x4 softbox surrounding
Okay.
it.
Yeah, overhead and to the side here. Why? You got the light to the side, but this doesn't look like it's getting much light. Is it getting much light?
Not
It's
not really.
Yeah. Cool. And this is to knock
Oh,
the light
that's
down
just-
to the left side.
Yes. Right there.
There, yeah. That's really nice. Texture in the box and everything. Yeah, that's a fun thing to have, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Really cool.
Thank you.
Love that. Oh, another old camera. Stacy. Stacy, are you here? Oh, that's a shame. Nice shot, Stacy. I think we needed a white card over here. I don't want to lose this. Go back into Lightroom. Pull the texture out of these bellows. Purple bellows are a thing of joy. Really, really pretty. Looks like a big, soft light, but I cannot tell from where because I'm not up here. Up here. This looks great, Stacy. Top of this, you pulled out the handle beautifully. That's popping. That's popping because your background isn't quite dark, so that works in there as well. The whole thing, I just think that we needed a white card over here for the bellows, and maybe to get a little highlight right in there. But nice shot, cropped in nice and tight. You crop both sides, that works. We can see those sides of the bellows that would really rock. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's what we needed. We needed some white cards right there. Maybe right here. Maybe something like this laying flat here. So this would light that up. This would be a bright area over there. And then in the shot, we have that bright area over there, which would light the side of this up and give us some more fill in here, something for this brass to reflect. Cool shot. Cool up camera, Stacy. Neat. Jay Chatskull, Beats.
Right. Hi.
So window from the side and two large white reflectors.
Well, actually, one's a gold reflector.
Which one's gold?
The one that be on your, that one, the one that's on the right is a gold reflector.
A gold reflector?
Yeah, it's kind of mild. It's a silver on one side and it's sort of a gold on the other. I just wanted to bring a little warmth into it.
Okay. Interesting. Is it sharp, Jay?
Yep.
Okay.
Should be.
Okay.
I can do it again.
I don't know. I mean, that does not look sharp to me. Now, your composition blocks. This looks really good. You got these guys coming in here, these guys coming around here, and this right down. You filled the frame. So many beautiful things in here. Go back and check. Is this still set up? I mean,
no, but I have it. It's in the refrigerator.
What?
I can take it out of the refrigerator.
F5.
But I have the. I'm sorry.
You're shooting at F5. This has got to be 16, man. Got to be.
Maybe that was the problem.
Yeah, you can't lose the focus of the beat that's in front. That's not going to work.
I guess the word is inspired by. There are two photographers that you used that you brought in to give examples, maybe three, and one of them did a beat in black and white. So I thought, oh, okay, yeah. And then these golden beats I picked up yesterday. I said they're just fabulous. So I figured, okay, I'll put the two together, and then it's got the green in there. Now, I would also, the next time I do it, I'd take the broken leaf that's on the right and straighten it out.
Straighten it out, absolutely. If it's possible to get another couple of beets that have really good leaves, even if they're not good looking beets, get that. You can trim the leaves off and kind of, get them back here to cover all the mushy leaves here.
Yeah. The red beets, the leaves have just got, after a week they just wilt.
Yes, they do.
So those are actually all the leaves from the golden ones, but I can get another another couple of reds.
Yeah, the leaves from beets will wilt under your lights. I mean, they really will. As you're working with them, they'll start to look worse and worse. So you got to work with them fairly quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, double check it. I think you got a really good composition. I love this little guy coming back. There's, nice composition. I just feel really uncomfortable with that one. It just doesn't look sharp to me. But if it is, post it and say, hey, Don, it's sharp. So.
Well, I didn't think about it. It looked okay to me, but as you mentioned it, I can bring it up, bring the f-stop up.
Yeah, get as much depth of field as you can. Kit, are you out there, sir?
I am here, Don. Hi.
Good. Hi. Old tools, big soft light above it.
Yep, I've got the light is to the left. It's a big, like a double scrim with some speed lights.
Mm-hmm. And what's this speed light doing?
That was changing batteries.
Got it.
But I put two speed lights over there just to even it out a little bit.
Okay. So you double scrimming it. Really soft in here. I like your gradient is nice. A little bit grayer up here, right off to black, but we still see the inside of the tools here. All the tools look good. That's just so, it's so soft.
Yeah.
And it makes the wrenches look so, they just look beautiful, you know? Every bit of rust and work that these wrenches have done is presented to us with this big soft light. I think, yeah, that's very cool.
Figured if I got wrenches that had a lot of dings and dents, I wouldn't have to fix them because they're on purpose.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. It's one of the reasons why I say food shooters. Every time you're at Goodwill, pick up old spoons. Old spoons supposed to look goofy, beat up. You get new spoons and they look beat up. You're gonna have to spend some time touching them up.
Right.
Yeah. What lens?
It's a 50mm lens, and it was a f/16.
Yeah, I like the way your light is picking up the words there, and even there. Right there is really nice. You know, folks, this is a great lighting. If you're shooting anything that you want to really get the feeling, the textures, the whole thing, just so much grittiness in these wrenches. Great job.
All right, thank you.
There we go. Mark Lund's shot. We got the Mark, you out there?
Yep, I'm here.
There we go. We got the older the old gloves here and the shoes. Mark, where's your light?
Up and to the left. I actually, my intention was to have it behind it. And when I took the behind the scenes shot, I looked at the light from the side and I liked the way it was showing it. So I took the camera off the tripod and started sketching around it. And I ended up with that composition there, what we had talked about the other day, where, you know, take off the camera and just shoot around. And I found this one and I liked it more than my planned one.
Okay.
So it ended up being up top on the right, or up on the left.
That big soft light just lights everything up in here. So nice. Without it being glaring, because it's so soft and so close, it doesn't glare. I would suggest a little bit of a vignette here and a little bit of a vignette here.
I have one on it. I was worried about going a little too heavy-handed on it, so I can bring it down a little bit more.
Yeah, I can't see the one over here. I can see this one a little bit.
Okay.
See the one over, and I don't really want to see it. I just want to feel it.
Yeah.
But you know, the brightest thing in your picture, well, that's wrong. That's bright right there. Is your hat right here. It's the brightest thing in the picture. But the nice thing about it is this big bright highlight here is not next to something that's dark. So it doesn't catch our eye. It doesn't pull our eye. That pulls our eye. So knock that down a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Texture looks good on the gloves and the mask.
Yeah, this was another idea I had when we did the shot for the pandemic.
Yeah, let's work with your composition a little more. Nothing wrong with this shot. Just work with your composition a little more and see if you can find something that's really, really dynamic. Okay. I feel you're on the verge of something big here, dynamic wise, but the gloves just sort of are there. And, you know, gloves are hands. Gloves are so expressive. Work with the gloves a little more. Maybe we can see the shape of them. Right now, they're laying there and they're running away from us. They're moving away from us, and I don't feel.
If he turns the gloves over, then you get a sense of the hand more. It might be interesting.
Maybe the gloves with the palm facing up and the mask coming into it, like it's holding the mask a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that might be fun.
Yeah, and this for me is a you know, meaningful shot for me because this is every day.
Yeah.
or has been.
So when you're driving, you're wearing all this?
Well, I mean, when you're going in and out of warehouses, some places you can't even go in without a mask on, and you don't have to wear the hard hat everywhere, but in certain places. But yeah, that's typical.
Cool. Cool. Very cool. Oh, that's it. We had a shot. Good job, Mark. We had a shot. We were going to go back to, okay, this purple pinky one here. Drag it over there. Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? Come on. There we go. I did. Hold on. We'll put this in Photoshop. And Catherine, you're lucky. Look, it's right at the end of the video. So if you go up to YouTube, all you have to do is run it to the end, right?
Perfect.
You'll find it there.
There's a lot of good discussions today on lighting scenarios and sets and all that sort of thing.
On the show today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone back through a couple of them because it's helpful to see.
There's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. All right. So one of the ways to set this white point is to use your adjustment. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add in a levels adjustment right here. Okay. First of all, we have to set what we want to be white and what we want to be black. So these little eyedroppers here, that's the black eyedropper, that's the white eyedropper, that's the middle gray eyedropper. So I'm going to double click the black eyedropper. I have my black set at RGB is the colors we use here, as 5, 5, and 5. The reason I don't have it set at 0 is absolute black, absolute. I don't ever want absolute black. I always want there to be a little bit of something in that black so that it does it. So if I put it on something that was black, it'll stand off from it a little bit. Never want it to be absolute black. Just like we double click on the white eyedropper and we have it at 245 instead of 255. I don't want white to ever be the brightest white it can be. No, in fact, a white pixel with no color. Because then if I have something white in my picture and I have it against a white background, it just melts into the background. So I put it there. So these little guys here can really help us set the color. I'm going to hold my shift key down. I think it's my command key. Is it command? No, it's not. It's option, okay? I'm going to hold the option key down. And I'm going to slide this guy to the right. And it's telling me, with that purple there, it's the midtones, but it's telling me that the darkest thing on the picture is that right there. That's the dark. I'm so sorry. Hold on. So sorry. Had it on the white one. Here we go. Right there. So if I take this black eyedropper, which is pure black, 5, 5, and 5, and I touch that, absolutely nothing happens. And that's the joy of working with Photoshop online.
It did it. It was very subtle.
Yeah, but it sure didn't get rid of the color. That means the color is embedded in it somehow.
Probably on the white.
Yeah. So we're going to go back in here. We're going to set a levels adjustment again. This time we're going to go with pure white. What would be pure white? I'm going to try that one right there. Yeah. Well, you've got a big picture here. See what happens when we drag this up here. Now there's something Photoshop's doing something goofy at this. Hold on. Try it now. No, Photoshop is doing something different, really goofy. That should change, and it's not. So it's this happened to me the other day. I had to restart Photoshop. It would not color correct at all. So I'm going to try this.
Let me
Image.
ask you a question, Don.
Sure.
Yeah, so when I took the picture, it was actually a lot pinker than what I submitted. What's causing that? Because I should be able to maybe correct it when I'm taking a photograph as opposed to.
Yeah, you should be. You're absolutely right. It should be. I don't know what's causing it. I want you to take your flash and just shine it at a whiteboard, or your light at a whiteboard. Take the
Okay.
shot. Look, are you shooting tethered?
Yes.
Okay. Take the shot at a whiteboard at perfect exposure, and then go in Lightroom and make sure that you've got no color in that gray, or that whiteboard. I mean, got no color in it. You can do the same thing with a gray card if you want. Shoot it. If you do, it should be 128, 128, 128. Now, if it's off by 2 numbers here and there, it's not a big deal. But it should be 128, 128. If it's leaning towards the red, then we have a problem. We have to figure out how to compensate for that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm not using a layer now. I'm using, let's try it this way. If I did this and I put.
Wouldn't be the white balance settings on the camera.
Say it again.
It couldn't be the white balance settings on the camera, could it?
Yeah.
It could be. But you processed in RAW, correct?
No, I think I processed JPEG. No, I know I processed JPEG.
You processed JPEG. Okay. Check your camera settings. Your camera may be on something like shade. Or fluorescent. Because there's enough pink in there here to offset fluorescent light.
Yeah, I'm going to take a quick look at my white balance because I've got it on, let's see here. I've got it on direct sunlight. Okay, this is obviously my conundrum to work out because it was definitely pink looking.
Yes. Well, if we go over here to view, to window info, if we get our info layer up here and I push this out onto the white here, you can see in the RGB we have 219 red, 201 green, and blue at 213. That's not white. Let's go back to the this guy. It's working now. So we take the white, we hold the Option key down, we slide this over, and we find where the whitest area is. This is not, my Photoshop is not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
You want to slide the right hand side.
Okay.
Maybe
the
the edge of the
brightest white is they're telling us is right here.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
So I'm going to click it with my white eyedropper and set it to white. Now we have a white shot.
Okay.
This is getting a little dark over here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a little bit of a fall off over here. If you want to get this nice and bright, then you could, one thing you could do is you could try the dodge tool. Try the dodge tool and just, very soft brush and just drag it around there a little bit. clean that up just a little bit. But
Okay,
that looks
I
much better, don't you think?
I do. I agree, and I do need to figure out what's going on with
Oh
my
my.
that I took because it's super pink.
Yeah.
This looks better, and
Yeah.
also I think shooting on white is much tougher than shooting on black for me.
Yeah, it can be. Absolutely. It can be. There's a lot of finesse that is, it's harder to finesse the white background than it is the black background, I think, for most things.
Yeah.
This shot right now that it's color correct and everything, it's really a beautiful photograph.
Well, thank you for showing me how to do that because that was I knew that I had an issue. I
Yeah.
just figured out how to get it straightened out.
Yeah.
Was that a natural light shot?
No, actually, I had a one light camera right through a scrim, and it's a Neo 2. So I set it at 100%, 4,000 for the color, and then I had white cards back for the background, and then on the left and the front because I was trying to bring light around it.
You set the color at 4,000? Is that what you said, Catherine? 4,000?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, it goes all the way up to like 6.
Yeah, you need it at 6,000.
Yeah. I think it was.
If it's on 4,000, that's where your pink is coming from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it was my light was.
Daylight is 6,500.
Got it. Well, listen, I left it set up, so I'm going to go down.
Yeah, your
Okay.
Yeah,
so I'm
your
going
audio.
to reshoot it at the high with the light change.
Yeah, your audio is dropping out, but I'll bet you your that's going to come back in. Going to come back in fine. When you shoot it, by the way, turn these guys off.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Great shots, everybody. Really great shots. We, looking around at folks that are still quarantined, we've decided to do one more. We'll probably do 2 more. Probably do another one next week. A lot of people, but we have. Where is it? Here we go. We have another bonus one, free workshop bonus assignment number 9, a concept image. One of my favorite assignments from Project 52 is 1 red balloon. Not 4 red balloons, not 27 red balloons, 1 red balloon. Someone asked me today, does the balloon have to have air in it? I just said 1 red balloon, however you want to present it. If because of where you are, it's impossible to find a red balloon, and you can only find a blue balloon or something, a reasonable facsimile, do that. But 1 red balloon. This is a concept shot. We get a lot of these types of shots in commercial photography. You want to tell a story. Look at some of the shots down here from previous folks. We've got a glamorous shot. We've got the little kid with the escape balloon. We've got the balloon as a part of the landscape. I love the shot with the balloon just sort of sitting there. We got a girl in a tub. We got a girl with her back to the camera, so the shot's really about the balloon. Here's a tabletop. Now, the question earlier was, well, this is a tabletop class. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Anywhere in your home is fine. If you're under, this is not a location shot. If you're under quarantine, anywhere in your home is fine. But see if you can do something more still life with it, with the 1 red balloon. Any questions?
Okay.
All right. Awesome sauce. Really cool.
Fantastic.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for coming out and joining me on this little adventure. And I will see you next time. See you next week.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don.
Thank you,
tomorrow.
Don.
Thank you, Don.
Bye,
Thank you
everybody.
much, Don.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye.